the adoption and the abortion is definitely worse, because you're eliminating a life that you could give as a blessing to somebody else. Adoption is more a guilt, because you're letting somebody go, but then at the same time you're completing a family. So there's the sadness, and then there's the joy into the adoption, but then the abortion, it's just all negative, and it's always going to haunt you for the rest of your life. And the adoption just makes it easier for everybody involved. It blessed the family, and it also blessed me. I mean, because now I have the ability to be able to tell people, hey, you know what? You don't have to go that route, because you can do this, and it's a much better option for you. I had the open adoption, and so we can do that, and she can come look for me if she wants to. We can be friends, and they actually call me Auntie Daffy. And so you have those options, and I grew closer with God because I knew that I didn't do the bad thing, and I blessed somebody, not just one person, but two, and not just them, not just the couple, but their whole family, because now they have the grandmas and the grandpas who have grandchildren, and so it blessed everybody all around. You are getting the gift of life to somebody, and that's what it feels like. It just feels so surreal and so unbelievably blessed. You know what? I'm seeing this child, and she's real, and I want her. But then you see them, and they're super excited, and they want to be a family, and they can actually provide for her. So what's the best? I mean, that's the best of both worlds. I was not ready. That's my main concern. I was not ready to be a mother. I mean, I love kids. Everybody knows this. My first job was at a recreation center, and I was one of the leaders, and I just absolutely love kids. And so it was really hard for me to have to go through that, but it was already set in motion. I was just thinking I was not ready, and I don't want to ruin my life. At the same time, I don't want to ruin hers, because if I'm not ready, then I don't want to hurt her because I wasn't prepared to be a mother. I'd rather have her have somebody who can be a good provider and a parent, who can be there 24/7 for her. And now the Mary Lynn, who's the mother, she actually stopped working, and she's a full-time mom. I mean, not everybody has the luxury of doing that, and she was able to do that for my kids. So I mean, it's perfect that I made the right choice for both of us, the baby and I. I mean, it made me feel like, yes, it was the right choice, and I am okay with it, and I'm happy about it, and everybody's happy, and so it definitely made me stronger. They need to know there's a lot of people that are waiting for kids. I mean, my adoptive parents, they went through in vitro for 5 years, and that's quite expensive, and she got pregnant and she lost the baby. I mean, it's tough, and there's a lot of people that are wanting kids, and they end up going to other countries because of it, and yet we have a lot of teenagers that are just destroying lives just for selfish reasons. There's a lot of people that end up adopting at other countries because people are making it harder here in America to do that, because there's a lot of kids that are getting pregnant and then just doing the abortion, and then not even thinking about, families, couples that want to be a family. I mean, that's the most powerful thing if you really want to be able to be a blessing to somebody, which is what you're supposed to be. I mean, God created you to be a blessing, and if you are able to do that, then why not do it? Life has a lot of things that are unexpected and unplanned, and there's a lot of bad situations that you get into, and I thought of pregnancy as a bad situation for being 19 years old. I mean, I'm just starting to grow. I wasn't ready to nurture somebody. And so I definitely learned that you can take something that's really bad and make it into something positive and spin it that way. And it's all about choices. It's all about research. And so if that's all you need to do is just reflect on it and think about the consequences, and just know that if you do the adoption, it's always better because you are making some people unbelievably happy. And it makes you proud once you've reached the part where you're actually able to let go completely. It makes you feel very proud that you did that. Bring out into this world a life and bless people with it. Before the baby, I was just being promiscuous. I mean, I was partying and I didn't really think about the future or myself. And going through the pregnancy, it makes you realize that you have to set priorities and just know that you're there in the world to be able to grow. Sure, you have a baby inside you and it moves and it kicks, but at that time I was thinking of it as a bother, because I didn't really want her. But then when you see that little tiny baby and you hold her for the first time, I mean, it makes you just burst with love. I mean, it just makes you feel like you do care for this person. But then again, I didn't want to be selfish and just, keep her and then destroy your life because I wasn't ready. It makes you want to do the opposite and just let her go so that she will be able to live her life in a good way. He told me after the pregnancy that it was really hard for him to be with somebody who was pregnant, because he didn't want it, but he is a very strong Christian, and he told me every time I would try and make an appointment at the Planned Parenthood, he would always make breakfast or do coffee or something to keep me in the house so that I don't have to go out and do the abortion. And so he definitely told me that after that he can't be with somebody or be friends with somebody if I would do the adoption, the abortion. And so I felt really trapped and blackmailed, but at the same time, you know what? Everybody's grateful for Ted, because he made it possible for me to go through with the adoption and to really think about it. And number one that I felt strongly for at first was abortion. And I was thinking, okay, I'm going to terminate it. That way I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to get fat. I don't have to tell people what happened. And it was a thought that's just instantaneous, and it's a careless thought, really. But then I thought of adoption, and somebody actually suggested it, and it was great. I realized, in the internet, you look at things and you find different resources for it, and a website, there's this website called parentprofiles.com, and it will tell you things about how to search for a parent and different profiles for them. And you can search it by religion if you want it to be a certain religion, or if you'd like it to be a single or a double parent and things like that. And you definitely have those options for you. So it made things easier for the second choice that I had to go through with that. Everybody was pushing me for it, and it just seemed like the whole universe just wanted me to go through that direction, even though I didn't want it to be. And there was a lot of it made it easier because everybody was so supportive about it. And it didn't seem like it was the wrong thing to do. And I actually made appointments for the termination to go to the clinic. And it was funny because every time I would go, I would always end up getting stalled by somebody. And I would always end up being late, and I'd have to reschedule. And when I did, I'd always end up getting late. And it just seemed like it was the wrong way to go. And so that's why I made the choice for the adoption. No, I learned that no matter what decisions you make, even if it's the right one, you always find people that will be against it. That's just how the world is. I learned a lot from it. I mean, I definitely know that I want to have kids someday, and I do love kids. And that's why it was hard for me to let her go. But then you have to think about the things that matter. I mean, I wasn't ready to be a mom, and I didn't want to ruin my life at the same time hers, but then I also wanted her to have a future. And so there's a great family that definitely are providing her for that. So the end result, they are a happy family, and that's all that matters. And she will be growing up to be a great person because she has the things that she needs. The open adoption means that you actually get to pick whose parents, which couple that wants the kid, and you have the option for them to come see you during the birthing and share that time with you. And it's a really nice experience because, I mean, you definitely want them to have the chance to be able to look into the baby's eyes just right after it's born. And then you get a choice if you want to be able to see the kid or be a part of her life or have pictures sent to you, which is a really nice thing because I suffer from feeling guilty once in a while, but you know what? When you see those pictures, them being happy, her being safe, I mean, that's all, like, it makes it very nice. It's a good feeling to have. Definitely when I saw her, I just wanted her to be mine, but then at the same time, it was like, I was also proud because I'm giving her up so that she can have a better life and that a family could be complete.